ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुक्तापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपा सग्रजता सगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवान् साद्वैतं सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदा सगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च। नमो हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपिका गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कंचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे Hare Krishna. So you're welcome. Can you hear me? Like the network is slow. Okay. Okay, so can we quickly go through what we did yesterday? Somebody want to remind us quickly? No one is opening the mic. Modaniarika, you want to tell us what we did yesterday? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I'm not sure if it's just me, but we cannot hear you.
Oh. Others cannot hear me also?
I can hear you, Prabhu.
I can hear you, Prabhu.
Modaniarika, maybe your network is getting slower. Okay. Who want to give us the revision of yesterday? Pitamba Prabhu, what did we write down yesterday? Tell us.
I have a short-term memory, Prabhu.
That is why you should take notes. When you have short memory, you should take notes so that you can always refresh your memory from your notes.
I remember ni Arika's question eh. I only remember ni Arika's question eh.
No, that's what I'm saying now. You already told us, I understand, Prabhu. I mean, if you write down some things, it will help you to remember most of the things. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody want to tell us something? Modaniki, let's hear your notes.
Yes, yesterday, Prabhu, we discussed about the demigods again and the impersonalist. So the main core really of the discussion yesterday was the comparison between the impersonalist and persons or one who worships the demigods. So the former has no intelligence according to the verses. However, the latter, the one who worships the demigods, has less intelligence. So for the impersonalist, those persons who believe that Krishna has no form, they are called the Abudya or Abuddha actually. A person who has no intelligence, because at least those who worship the demigods, they know that God has a certain form. And those four may even appear as demigods or Krishna's representatives. So that's the main core. What else? Alpa Madasam. So yeah, small intelligence or stolen intelligence for the demigod worshippers. Okay. So what else? We discussed about the two kinds of impersonalists. The Mayavada. Is that it? And the other, the Brahma Vadi, Mayavadi and the Brahma Vadi. Is that it? So I only took notes very little, Prabhu, because you told me to. You told me to not do the summary anymore.
Oh, I can tell you. Oh, no. Why did I say that?
Because I think you're trying to give other students a chance to summarize the discussion from the previous night, and so.
No, I didn't say like that. Oh, no. That was miscommunication. I said the opportunity is given to all. It seems that you are the only one taking the opportunity. I'm not saying you should not take notes. Now, did you get my message now?
Yes, Prabhu, I get it now.
Yes, I'm not saying you should not take note. Why would I say you should not take note? Nah. Sorry for misunderstanding. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Yesterday we stopped at text number 24. Yes, so we're going to continue from 25 today. Is that correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, so yesterday we discussed a lot about the impersonalists and how Krishna described them. And from Krishna's own word, Sanskrit word, Krishna called the demigod worshipper Alpa Medasa, people who have small intelligence. And he called those who are impersonalists from Krishna's own word himself, Abudaya, those who have no intelligence. You see, so Krishna is describing that those who worship the demigods, at least they are better than those who are impersonal, who don't believe in the form of God. Okay, even though Krishna said that the demigod worshiper, they have small intelligence, Alpa Medasa. But at least they are better than those who don't even believe in the form of God, who believe that God, because God has distributed himself in his creation, so he has no existence. That is the Mayavadi's philosophy. Krishna was not talking about the Brahmavadis. The Brahmavadis, they are actually very, very highly spiritual. People like the four Kumaras. Sukadev Goswami was a Brahmavadi before becoming Vaishnava or personalists. People like the four Kumaras, Sukadev Goswami, and many great souls like that who were Brahmavadis. Later became a devotee. But we have never heard of a place where a devotee became a Brahmavadi or a impersonalist. No, it's not possible. We have seen how impersonalists have become personalists many a times. Am I audible? Is my voice clear? Are you hearing me? Network okay? Okay. So, yeah, so that is Krishna's own words we had yesterday. So now Krishna is going to continue talking about how he conceived himself from all these people. So let's continue using his Yoga Maya. Okay. Naham Prakasha Sarvasya Yoga Maya Samavrita Modo Yam Nabi Jananti Loko Imam Majama Vyayam. So Krishna says, I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. You see? So Krishna put the two of them together here. Okay? Very interesting how Krishna put the two of them together. You see? 1 minute. I'm looking for the word used by Krishna, Buddha, and Abhijanative. Not Abhijanative, one who cannot understand me. So Krishna Prabhupada put the two together here. Who is he referring to when he say foolish? And I'm asking a question now. Who is he referring to when he say foolish?
The impersonalist.
You almost got it, but you just miss it. Let's try again. Someone else want to try? The two words used here, can you hear me? The two words used here is foolish and unintelligent. We already discussed about this again and again. You know the meaning of small intelligence. So it's very direct, you see. Somebody who is foolish doesn't mean that he's not intelligent, but it's like his intelligence is very small. And that is why he's foolish. Okay? It's not that he's not intelligent, but it's... So Krishna, Prabhupada is here, translated, I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them, I am covered by my internal potency. And therefore, they do not know that I am unborn and infallible. So Krishna is talking about these people that because they are foolish and unintelligent, he never manifests himself to foolish people. Why will he manifest himself to foolish people? You know? So that is it. So in the purpose, let's hear Prabhupada's purpose. Somebody want to read? Pitamba Prabhu, you want to read for us?
Yes. The purport, it may be argued that since Krishna was visible to everyone when he was present on this earth, how can it be said that he is not manifest to everyone? But actually, he was manifest to everyone. When Krishna was present, there were only a few people who could understand him to be the personality, supreme personality of Godhead. In the assembly of Kurus, when Srisupala spoke against Krishna's being elected president of the assembly, Bhishma supported him and proclaimed him to be the supreme god. Similarly, the Pandavas and a few others knew that he was the supreme, but not everyone. He was not revealed to the non-devotees and the common man. Therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that but for his pure devotees, all men consider him to be like themselves. He was manifest only to his devotees as the reservoir of all pleasure, but to others, to unintelligent and devotees, he was covered by his internal potency. In the prayers of Kunti in the Srimad Bhagavatam 1.8.819, it is said that the Lord is covered by the curtain of Yoga Maya, and thus ordinary people cannot understand him. This Yoga Maya curtain is also confirmed in the Aishopanishad Mantra 15, in which the devotee prays Hiran Mayena Patrena Satyasya Pithitam Mukham Tatvam Pusan Apavarno Satya Dharmaya Derstaye. Oh my Lord, you are the maintainer of the entire universe, and devotional service to you is the highest religious principle. Therefore, I pray that you will also maintain me. Your transcendental form is covered by the Yoga Maya. The Brahma Yotir is the covering of the internal potency. May you kindly remove this glowing effulgence that impedes my seeing your Satchid Ananda Vigraha, your eternal form of bliss and knowledge. The Supreme Personality of Godhead in his transcendental form of bliss and knowledge is covered by the internal potency of the Brahma Yotir, and the less intelligent impersonalists cannot see the Supreme on this account. Also in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.7, there is this prayer by Brahma, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Super Soul, O Master of all mystery, who can calculate your potency and pastimes in this world. You are always expanding your internal potency, and therefore no one can understand you. Learned scientists and learned scholars can examine the atomic constitution of the material world or even the planets, but still they are unable to calculate your energy and potency. Although you are present before them, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, is not only unborn but also avyaya, inexhaustible. His eternal form is bliss and knowledge, and his energies are all inexhaustible.
So Krishna is covered by his yoga maya. And because of his, Krishna has two mayas. One is Mahamaya and the other one is Yoga Maya. The Mahamaya cover the living entities and makes them to think that they can be happy in the material world. That is Mahamaya. But the Yoga Maya is the one who prevents the living entity for them to be able to see Krishna. Because of this Maya, this Krishna energy, nobody can see him or can understand him without the mercy of Srimati Radharani or the sphere devotee of the Lord. No one. This Maya potency of Krishna is very, very, they are working in a very perfect way. And that is why it is mentioned, this Maya, the illusory energy of Krishna, Mahamaya, is made up of three energies. That is the three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. Let's go back to 7:13 again and read it. Why Krishna mentioned this? He already mentioned that in the 7:13. Go quickly and read it very loudly. Up.
Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible.
Thank you very much. So Krishna already said, because of these three modes of material nature, the whole world cannot understand him. And not only that, Krishna is covered by these three modes of material nature and the world cannot, even his internal potency, Krishna also. So it's not just, when even the three modes of material nature is removed, still there's no assurance for a devotee to understand Krishna or to know Krishna. Because why? Then when the three modes of material nature is lifted, then you see have to mix the Yoga Maya, the internal potency of Krishna itself, which is made up of three energy also: Ladini Shakti, Sambit, and Ladini, Shambit, and Sadini of Shakti of Krishna. These three energy of Krishna, they are the internal potency of Krishna that cause Krishna to know himself and can cause others to know Krishna. And it is from this platform that Krishna caused the existence of the spiritual world and cause people to know him. That is the internal potency of Krishna, made up of three energies also. So yeah, Krishna is saying that because of this energy, is Yoga Maya, Prabhupada translated it by my internal potency, those who are even very close to Krishna. See, those who are very far from Krishna, they cannot understand him because of the 7:13 that Krishna mentioned. But those who are even close to him, like Prabhupada mentioned the purple, they cannot understand Krishna because of his Yoga Maya energy. And Prabhupada gave a very nice example in the purport. Shishupal was very close to Krishna. Shishupal was, every time, when Shishupal was born, actually, Krishna was one of those who came to greet the parents. And Shishupal asked, I think he has many eyes or 3 eyes, something like that. He was born he has a very funny nature when he came, when he was appeared. And it was mentioned that anyone that comes and touches the Shishupal and that third eye disappear will be the one that will kill Shishupal. So everybody was coming to greet Shishupal, the parent of Shishupal. They were carrying Shishupal, and nothing was happening. Everybody was coming, nothing was happening. And immediately Krishna came and carried Shishupal. That's, the third eye disappeared. And immediately the parent could recognize, they could realize, oh, Krishna is going to be the one to kill this guy. So they were started begging Krishna, Krishna, please don't kill our son. Please don't kill our son. And Krishna told them, your son will be so envious of me. Okay? And I will be counting his insults. Only when he has insulted me and cursed me for 100 times, then I will kill him. If he doesn't reach 100 times, I will not kill him. He said, okay, no problem, Krishna, thank you. He will try not to do that. So when Shishupal grew up, his parents, they told him that, Shishupal, don't curse Krishna up to 100 times. If not, you will cause your own death. So Shishupal was very smart. He will be insulting Krishna. He will be counting it. 1, 2. He will be insulting Krishna. He will be counting it. He will be counting it. When he will get to 99, he will stop. Every time when he come across Krishna, he will curse him. When he get to 99, he will stop. But on this particular day, on Rajasuya sacrifice, he became so envious that Krishna was being worshipped, he could not tolerate himself. He started cursing Krishna, insulting Krishna. He forgot to count. And he was continuing. Oh, you're Krishna, you are this, you are that. And he got beyond 100. And at that time, Krishna immediately releases his Sudarshan chakra. The Sudarshan chakra immediately came, removed the head of Shishupal. And he cut the head in a very neat way because they were about to do sacrifice, so there was no blood on the floor. So the Sudarshan chakra cut the head, cleaned the head, and everything was perfect. You see? So Shishupal, even he was so close to Krishna. Dantavakra is another one. Dantavakra, another one. Kamsa was another one. All these people, there's another one also. What is the name of that guy? Pundraka. This one was very funny. Pundraka was a very funny guy. Pundraka, every time he will write to Krishna, we say, Krishna, you are a fake Vishnu. You are fake Vishnu or Narayan. I am the original Narayan. So Pundraka went to make artificial 2 hands. I hope you are hearing me. Are you hearing me?
We can hear you, Prabhu.
Yes. So Pundraka make 2 artificial hands to make his hands 4 hands. He makes 2 artificial hands. And he puts, in that 2 artificial hands, he puts 1 conch shell and 1 Sudarshan chakra. So every time Pundraka will write to Krishna, he say, Krishna, you are a fake Vishnu or Narayan. I am the original Narayan. Don't pose yourself as Narayan. You come and challenge me on fights, and you will see, I will kill you. Then one day Krishna went to face Pundraka. And when they were fighting, Krishna told Pundraka, okay, now you take my Sudarshan chakra, since you are the original Narayan. So the Sudarshan chakra went, cut off his 2 artificial hands, and cut him off. You see, even though Pundraka was very close to Krishna, still he was saying Krishna is the fake Narayan, and he was abusing Krishna. This is due to the yoga maya of Krishna, the Prabhupada explaining in the purports. Even though all these people, they're very close to Krishna, still they could not believe that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Meanwhile, because of the mercy of Krishna himself, devotees like Bhishma Dev, the Pandavas, Mother Kunti, they could realize that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When Bhishma Dev was leaving the planet, he was remembering all the wonderful pastimes of Krishna. And he was saying, Krishna, oh wow, such a wonderful thing. When I shot you arrow, and the arrow, raised the dust. And he was remembering all these things. Even though he was fighting against Krishna, but he could understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he was remembering all these things when he was leaving this world. That is to show you that by the mercy of the Yoga Maya of Krishna, he could understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You see? So only by the mercy of Krishna that we can understand, even though if we are very close. Sometimes we come very close worshiping the deities, but we don't even believe that the deity is not different from Krishna. We don't believe that Krishna is not different from his deity. We commit offenses to the deities. I remember in my country, I don't know about here, I don't know the history here, but in my country, there was a devotee. So one time, he was worshiping the deity. As he was worshiping the deity, so as he was dressing the deity, so he broke the leg of the deity. He broke the leg. Out of his, passion nature, he broke the leg of the deity. As he was going outside of the altar, as he was going outside the altar, his leg broke. How the leg broke, no one knows. His leg broke. He broke his leg. There was another devotee. He has been worshiping the deity for almost like 10 years in that altar. Then one day, he took his bag and he left the temple without telling anyone. He didn't tell anyone. He just took his bag and left. So after a long time, devotees, they saw him. They say, after they had now saw him somewhere. Oh, Abu Hare Krishna. Hey, don't tell me Hare Krishna. Don't tell me Hare. Oh, Prabhuji. Yeah, no. Don't tell me Hare Krishna. You people worshiping idol, Just imagine someone who has been working in the altar for more than 10 years. And now is saying Krishna is idol. Can you imagine? So even you can be so close to Krishna and you don't understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, if we become very offensive. Very, very important. So that is why, as a devotee, whenever we are serving Krishna, because sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. No matter who you are serving in this world, when you become very familiar with that person, you start disrespecting that person. Even if it is your guru, you start serving very closely. You start unknowingly to you, unconsciously, you start becoming offensive subtly. You start finding fault in his eating, finding fault how he's waking, sleeping. You unconsciously start doing this because of familiarity. So that is why before you can perceive Krishna, before you can see Krishna, you have to try and try. Because by the time you will now achieve seeing Krishna, you will never become familiar. You will respect and appreciate that opportunity to realize Krishna. So as a devotee, we should understand this point, that only by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, that Krishna can reveal himself to the devotee. One can be very close to Krishna and be very far away from Krishna. There's a very nice story of a devotee. His name is Vasudev Datta, the son of Mukunda. The father has been worshiping the deity for many years. One day the father went out, and he told the son, today you offered the food to the deity. You see? So as the son took the food to the altar, the mother gave him. He offered the food. and Krishna was not eating the food. He said, "Oh, Krishna, my father said I should offer this food to you. You have to eat it. If you don't eat, my father is going to beat me." Then he rang the bell, ring, 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 ring. Then he went out and came back. He now brought a cane. He said, "Krishna, if you don't eat, I'm going to cane you. I'm going to cane you if you don't eat. Because I don't want my father to beat me. I will cane you." Then Krishna ate all the food. Normally, when you offer food, you are supposed to bring the prasadam out for everyone to take. So this boy brought the empty plate to the mother. And the mother shouted, "Where is the prasad?" So Krishna heard, "Oh, this boy, when did you start telling lies? Krishna ate the food?" Say, "Yes, mama." "Okay, I'm going to tell your papa." Then the papa came. He told the father, "Your boy, I don't know what's wrong with your boy. He said Krishna ate the food." "Okay. Krishna, are you telling me Krishna ate your food?" He said, "Yes." "Okay. So cook another food. Let's see offer. Let me see." So he cooked another food, and he took the food to the altar, and he offered the food. Green, 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 green. He offered the food. Krishna was not eating. He came back. Say, "Krishna, you are not eating. My father will beat me. If you don't eat, my father will beat me. Please eat." And Krishna told him, "See, your father is peeping. I cannot eat. See, your father is looking. I cannot eat the food." Then he looked. "Ah, daddy. Oh, because you are standing here, Krishna will not eat the food. Please go away." So the father went away. The boy offered the food. As Krishna was about to eat the food, the father came inside again and Krishna dropped the food. So till today, when you go there, they will give you the mark, because the food was very hot, where the food burned Krishna's in the hand. So you can see the father has been offering the food for many years. But the son, because he could see that Krishna, the deity is not different from Krishna, he forced Krishna to eat the food in front of the deity. You see? So the same thing also, same way, as a devotee, only when our desire becomes so intense to see Krishna that Krishna reveals himself. If not, Krishna, you can be very close to Krishna for many years, many years, and still you cannot realize who Krishna is. So it is mentioned in Nectar of Devotion, the only way to achieve Krishna is only when you have intense desire, intense greed to achieve him. If not, you may engage in devotional service for 150 years, still you will not attain Krishna. Unless the intense greed and desire is very strong in you for you to attain Krishna. This is very, very important for us to take note. You may be worshiping Krishna for 500 years. If that desire to attain Krishna is not there, you may not attain Krishna. But only when the desire to attain Krishna is very strong in you, then you will attain Krishna. This is what Srila Rupa Goswami mentioned in Nectar of Devotion. Okay, so let's continue. Let's go to the next verse, 26, which is a very nice one also, I love also. Vedaham Sarmatitani, Vatamanani, Chajunam. I already memorized that one. Anybody can memorize it also. Very nice verse, okay. So Krishna says here, Vedaham Sarmatitani, Vatamanani, Chajunam. Babishani, Shabutani, Mam tu Vedana Kashana. So Krishna says, "Oh Arjuna, as the supreme personality of Godhead, what happened? I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all things that are yet to come. I also know all living entities, but me, no one knows. But me, no one knows." To know Krishna is not very easy. To know Krishna is not very easy. Krishna himself is saying it. We should understand. Krishna himself is saying it. We should understand. Let's read the 7:3 again. Let's read 7:3. 7:3. Somebody can read 7:3. I used to quote these two together. I used to quote the two together whenever I'm quoting. I quote 7:3 and I quote 7:26.
7:3. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth.
Hardly, out of many who have attained perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Hardly one knows me in truth. See, go out in the world. Go out in the world. I'm saying it. Go out in the world. Go and find out how many people know God. How many people really know God? Very hard. You cannot find anyone who really know who the God is serving. They have faith in something up there, especially those other people who are not in this part of Krishna consciousness. They have faith that there's somebody there up there, but they don't know who he is. They don't know. They know that somebody is here. They don't know about him. They don't know about his associates. They don't know his about activities. They don't know about anything about him. But they know someone is there who is called God. That is what Krishna is saying here. That's what Krishna is telling us here. That is not easily known by all. For you to be able to know him, let's open to 7:28. Let's jump a little bit ahead. Fast forward. What did Krishna say there?
Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life, and whose sinful actions are completely eradicated, are freed from the dualities of delusion, and they engage themselves in my service with determination.
Yes. So Krishna mentioned 7:28. Only those who have been free from sinful life in past and in this life can be determined in this part of devotional service of understanding and knowing God. You have to be pure. That's what Krishna is trying to tell us in 7:28. You know, let me tell you one secret in this part. Let me tell you one secret. You want to hear the secret? How many of you want to hear the secret? Raise up your hand.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, very good. So I'm going to tell you because all of you want to hear the secret. In the beginning of devotional service, when Prabhupada came, Prabhupada created a sense of urgency for all the devotees. So many of the devotees, they were thinking that they are going to go back home, back to Godhead immediately or after 2 or 3 years. They were thinking like that, many of them. That was the mood in which they were taking devotional service. That was the mood in which they gave up the whole world. They think that, oh, you know, the way Prabhupada made it, Prabhupada was a very perfect devotee. You know, he created this sense of urgency in the devotees. And they gave up everything and just follow Prabhupada. And they are thinking that they are going to come back to God immediately. But after some time, many of them started saying that, oh, I still have some lust, you know. I like to enjoy woman. Oh, maybe I should go back to enjoy woman, you know. Oh, somebody started saying, oh, I still have some desire to work, you know. Maybe I should go and work. Oh, somebody's saying, oh, I have desire for this. Maybe before you know, many of all those devotees, they started going back to their previous activities. You understand what I mean? So the secret is that, the secret I wanted to tell you is this. Because they gave up the mercy of Srila Prabhupada has given them. Prabhupada has given the mercy to all his disciples. But some of them are still holding it very tight. So many of them are going back home after leaving this body. Many of them, those who are still holding tight. You see, majority of them. And those other ones who started saying, oh, I was thinking I'm going to be pure tomorrow. Because many of them, when they came, they were thinking, oh, I'm going to be pure immediately. But they started, after 5-10 years, they started seeing some of those dirty things still coming up in their mind. It's like, oh, so I still have some this. Oh, no, I was thinking I'm going to be pure tomorrow. Then before you know, they start crawling back to their previous activities. So what I'm trying to say is this. The secret I'm saying is this. you can attain Krishna immediately after this life, if your desire is so strong. Open to Bhagavad Gita 7, chapter 2, text 72, the purport. The first line of the purport of Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, 72. Read it very nicely.
That is the way of the spiritual and godly life, after attaining which a man is not bewildered. If one is thus situated even at the hour of death, one can enter into the kingdom of God.
Thank you very much. Prabhupada is saying that is the way on the spiritual path. You can attain Godhead. No, you didn't read it. There's something there. He said everyone cannot achieve it for many, many years. There's something like that there. I've not heard that.
272, Prabhu. That's the only translation here.
No. I mean the purport. I'm talking about you should read the purport, the first line of the purport.
Okay, I'll read. One can attain Krishna consciousness or divine life at once within a second, or one may not attain such a state of life even after millions of births.
That is my point. You read the verse. I was asking you to read the purport. Thank you. The purport. Prabhupada said, one, read it again, repeat that word again. I want to grab that word. One can attain this state of consciousness. Say it.
Within a second, at once within a second.
Within a second. One may not be able to attain it for.
Even after millions of births.
Or even after millions of births. Do you understand the secret I'm trying to tell you now? This is the secret I want to tell you. It's the secret of all secrets. If you take this Krishna consciousness very seriously, you can go back, come back to God after this life. If you have such faith. But if you don't have that faith, even for millions of births, still you will not attain perfection. It's the secret I'm trying to tell you. Did you get the secret now? Please don't tell anyone. Please don't tell anyone. Please don't tell anyone, okay? It's only within us. Don't share it. It's a secret. You get my point? It's a secret. Don't tell anyone. Because they are not in this class. Okay. So, you can attain, that is why Jesus Christ says, if you have a faith like a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. If you have faith if you have faith in Krishna, you can go back home, back to God in your next life. If you have faith, strong faith in Krishna. Because who is Krishna? Krishna is the supreme personality of God that can eradicate all your sin, even the sin you have not even thought of, if you come in contact with him. You get the point? It's just like when a president comes to a prison and give presidential pardon. Have you seen that? Have you heard of that before? Mm-hmm. When a new president will come and he will just go to the prison house and he say, okay, who are those guys who are behaving nicely here? Then they pick them. Okay, these guys, they are behaving nicely. And he say, okay, let them go back home. You understand? If you have faith in Krishna, you can go back home, back to Godhead, even after this life. But some people, the other part of the secret I want to tell you is this. Some people, they have faith in that verse, 728, read it. When they started reading that 728, they started losing faith in Krishna. Oh, because I'm not pure. In my past life, in this life, I will not attain Krishna. Read 728 again.
Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life, and whose sinful actions are completely eradicated, are freed from the dualities of delusion, and they engage themselves in my service with determination.
When the devotees started reading this part of the book of Bhagavad Gita, their faith started growing down because they don't understand the potency of Krishna consciousness that Prabhupada has given us. Prabhupada knows about this verse before he told us that if you follow my instruction, you can go back to God in your next life. In this life. Prabhupada said that. He said, if you follow my instruction, you will go back to God in this life. Because why? Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. If you have strong faith in him, he can deliver you no matter whatever is your sinful life may be. That is why it's Krishna. That is why it's God. You got the point? That is the secret I want to share with you all. Now you got the secret, don't tell anyone. Hare Krishna. So let's continue. There was one pastime of a devotee. His guru told him, this is a very confidential mantra. Don't share it. Immediately the guru gave him the mantra. He went on the top of the mountain. Hello, Hare Krishna, Hare. The guru became very angry. I told you not to share the mantra. Why are you telling everyone? Then his guru called him. I told you that this is a secret mantra. Why are you sharing it? He said, Guru, if you think that this is a good mantra that can deliver me, and it's a secret, and it can deliver me, why can't I share it with everyone? You know, the guru could realize that this person was even more advanced than him. You see? Just imagine a disciple more advanced than the guru. It's like that. So because the disciple was very, very compassionate. He was not thinking about himself, but he was thinking about everyone. Okay, so let's continue. So this verse is a very nice verse. So let's read the purport. I was so absorbed in talking about the verse, I forgot reading the purport. Yeah, let's read the purport.
Sir, the question of personality. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, go ahead. Read the purport. Thank you.
Sir, the question of personality and impersonality is clearly stated. If Krishna, the form of personality Godhead, were Maya, material, as the impersonalists consider him to be, then like the living entity who will change his body and forget everything about his past life. Anyone with material body cannot remember his past life, nor can be foretell his future life, nor can be predict what will happen in his present life. Therefore, he cannot know that event of past, present, and future unless one is liberated from the material contamination. He cannot know past, present, and future. Unlike the ordinary human being, Lord Krishna clearly says that he completely knows what happened in the past, what is happening in the present, and what will happen in the future. In the fourth chapter, we have saying that Lord Krishna remember instructing Vivashvan, the sun god, millions of years ago. Krishna knows everything, every living entity, because he is situated in every living being's heart as super soul. But despite his presence, every living entity as super soul, and his presence as the supreme personality Godhead. The less intelligent, even if able to realize the impersonal Brahman, cannot realize Sri Krishna as the supreme person. Certainly, the transcendental body of Sri Krishna is not perishable. He is just like the sun and Maya. It's like a cloud. In the material world, we can see that there is the sun and that there are clouds and different stars and planets. The clouds may cover all this in the sky temporarily, but this covering is only apparent to our limited vision. The sun, moon, and the stars are not actually covered. Similarly, Maya cannot cover the Supreme Lord by his eternal potency. He is not manifest to the least intelligent class of men. As is stated in the third verse of this chapter, out of millions and millions of men, some try to become perfect in this human form of life. And out of thousands, no. Hardly one can understand what Lord Krishna is. Even if one is by realization of impersonal Brahman or localized Paramatma, he cannot possibly understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, without being in Krishna consciousness, Hare Krishna.
What Prabhupada quoted a verse in this purpose. What verse is that? He didn't mention it. I want to see who understand.
7:3.
7:3. Yes, thank you. Prabhupada quoted that again, you see. He quoted it also in this, So that is to show you. So it's very, very wonderful. So to understand God, to understand Krishna, it's a whole life, it's a full life journey. It's not easy. It's not easy, but many of us, we started like that when we were brahmachari, like very fired up, like, we want to go back to God in this lifetime. Many of us, people like me, when I was a brahmachari, it's like, like everything, focus on Krishna. Want to go back to God in this life. Hey, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Well, we're very strong brahmachari those days. Very strong. We don't even look the face of women, Like, if you come to the temple, I don't know how you look like here, because we don't look the face of women. We're such strong. Because we were trying to follow the instruction of the brahmachari book. Unlike today, many of the brahmacharis today now, they think that they are very transcendental. They joke with women, they laugh with women. I don't know how transcendental they are, but I know that is not injunction of the scripture. The scripture give a very strong warning about brahmachari mixing with women. You should not joke with women, you should not smile with women, you should not talk in separation with women. All these instructions were given, very strong, very, very strictly was given in the scripture. So those days we're trying to follow them very strictly. We're trying to follow them very strictly. But still, it was not easy for us. It was not easy. At the end of the day, we have to change our ashram, which is okay. So from full-time to full-time serving Krishna, now we have to be serving Krishna part-time. You see, because you cannot have a family responsibility at the same time if you are not, Brahmanical in nature. Brahmanical in nature means, there are different kind of grihastas. There are grihastas who are Brahmanical in nature. Brahmanical in nature means they are ready to live a very simple life. They are ready to live a simple life. Means that whatever they get, they are okay with it. And they must be like that. It must be simple. No TV in the house, no, whatever they get, they're happy with it, So those kind of grihastas, they are pure devotee grihastas who are very strictly following. But not all grihastas are strict like that, especially in today's ISKCON. Not all grihastas are very strict like that. So if you are not living a simple life, go and walk. Don't hide in the temple. You see, if you don't want to live a simple life, go and walk. Don't hide in the temple. Because if you don't want to live a simple life and you're hiding in the temple, you're not going to walk, time will come, you will start blaming everybody for your problem. You see? Oh, the management, they did like this. No, a pure grihasta who is a brahmana will never complain. He will never complain because he's a simple brahmana. He tried to live a simple life. He will never complain. Once you start complaining, go and walk. You are just wasting your time if you start complaining. Once you start complaining, go and walk. You are wasting your time. A pure devotee will never complain. He will always be satisfied with whatever he gets from Krishna. That is how to measure this. That is how to understand if a grihasta is living on the temple, living, sustaining himself based on depending on the temple. If he's a pure grihastha, he will never complain. He will always be satisfied. If he starts complaining, tell him to go and walk. Prabhuji, I think you should go and walk. You tell him like that. Any question or comment? Yes. Yeah, Mataji, very good. Jai. I'm very happy. Yes.
I have 2 questions, Prabhu, but
Haribo. Now I'm having goosebumps now. Eh? Very nice.
yeah, so actually, Prabhu, I didn't know that this is going to be the class, like, because this was the one that I came up earlier because I was at the temple. And
Okay.
I just realized that whenever we looked on the floor, temple floor, so we actually see the reflections of Sri Sri Radha Madhava. And then all of a sudden, like, a question came into my mind. Is it like, upon seeing the reflection of Sri Sri Radha Madhava, do you still walk on the floor where the reflection is, or you go the other way? That is the question.
Oh, wow, that is very nice. One thing that is here is that, because you are very Krishna conscious, so you try to avoid it. Yeah, it's good. Not many people see the reflection on the floor. You are very conscious. That's why you are seeing the reflection. Not many people look so close like that. So don't worry yourself. Not many people will look so close like that. So they will not bother about walking the other way. But if you see it, please walk the other way. It's good for your consciousness. Yeah, I mean, also, not only that, I'm very conscious also in the morning with Tosi. Actually, it is mentioned that you should not step on Tosi reflection. But the way they off the light in the temple room, you start seeing the Tosi reflection. And it becomes very difficult for me also to go to pass the other side of the temple. Once they off the light, you start seeing the reflection from the other side. And it's very difficult to go around Tosi at that time. You see, so all these things are there. It's very good. Even if it is mentioned that one should not go, step on Tosi reflection, talk less of Krishna reflection. So you know what it means. So yes, it's better to go the other way if you see it. But many people will not be conscious of that. So it's very good to be conscious of that. Okay. Yeah, thank you. The other second question?
Yeah, second question. So Prabhu, I actually wrote it. Wait 1 second, because I might forget.
Read it out. Yeah.
So this is a question, Prabhu. What if a devotee during his practice later on loses his taste for material world? What should he do? What step should he take if he has to make a living for himself to keep the body alive? And then thing is, he cannot or doesn't want to stay at the temple for that matter.
Read it again. Read that again. It's very interesting. Read it again.
Yeah, so what if a devotee during his practice later on loses his taste for the material world? What should he do? What steps should he take if he has to make a living for himself to keep the body alive? And he cannot or does not want to stay at the temple for that matter.
Wow, that is very strong. It's very deep. But we are going to talk about it. The one thing that is here is that when a devotee loses his taste in material life, he has no alternative, but should be ready to, it's either to go and live in the holy place or live in the temple. He has no alternative. Because in this age, you cannot live alone in the forest. That is more difficult. You see, there was one story of a guy who was practicing to be a sage. So he left home to be in the forest for many years. So after staying in the forest for many years, practicing to be a sage, and he came back home. And just one thing somebody did, he became angry. And they asked him, so what is the use of all your practices to become a sage for many years? Just little sin, you're becoming hungry. It means that you have not been able to control your hunger. That is the fault of practicing alone. When you practice alone, those dirty things in our hearts, there's nobody to bring it out for us to purify them. Anger, lust, greed. Only when you stay in the association of other devotees that this thing comes up. Then gradually you start working on them. Oh, I'm becoming hungry. Oh, that devotee did that, I became angry. Okay, next time, I think I will not become angry. I will learn to respond, even though I don't like this devotee, at least I should be nice to him. Even though I don't like him, I should be nice to him because he's a devotee of Krishna also. So only in the association of devotee, you start correcting this consciousness. And that is even more powerful than going to be a sage alone. Because by practicing like this, you become very dear to Krishna. Let's read Bhagavad Gita chapter 12. Towards the ending of chapter 12, Krishna mentioned there. Let's read the verse. Krishna was mentioning there, those who are dear to him. This is one of these points he mentioned there. Let's go and read it very fast. From text 18, start reading from 18, then we'll get it up to 20. Read it very loud if you found it.
Well, Prabhu,
Yes, go ahead.
from 18.
Yes, start reading.
One who is equal to your friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge and who is engaged in devotional service. Such a person is very dear to me.
Continue.
To those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me.
Okay. The last one.
That is the last one, Prabhu.
Oh, you didn't start from 18. I said you should start from 18.
It's
18 to
combined,
19.
Prabhu. 18 and 19 are combined, and then 20.
Then you read the 20. Okay, read 17, 18, 20, 18, 19, and 20. No, read 17, then 18 and 19. Leave 20 out.
Okay, Prabhu. One who neither rejoices nor grieves, who neither laments nor desires, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things. Such a devotee is very dear to me. One who is equal to friends and enemies, who is
Wait there. One who is equal to friend and enemy. This can only happen when you are living with others in the association of devotee. Okay? Continue.
who is equipoised in honor and dishonor.
This can only happen when you are living in the association of devotee. Equipoised in honor and dishonor. You don't care whether they honor you, you don't care whether they dishonor you. Okay, go ahead.
Heat and cold, happiness and
You
distress.
tolerate the situation, whether it's heat, whether it's cold, you can tolerate it, okay?
Happiness and distress,
Happiness and distress, okay?
fame and infamy.
Fame and infamy. Sometimes some devotees become famous in an association of devotees. Some people also infamous, okay? Okay?
Who is always free from contaminating association.
Even though you are living with others, but you are very selective in your association. Always free from contaminating association. You don't like what you just, the question you ask now. This person, he has lost taste in the material association. You see, that is free from material association. Like, continue, yes?
Always silent and satisfied with anything.
Always silent and satisfied with anything. You see, satisfied with anything. He's satisfied whether it's working, whether it's not working, whether it's serving Krishna, whatever he gets, he's satisfied with that. He's always satisfied in all situations. You see, continue.
Who doesn't care for any residence.
He doesn't care for any resident, whether he's living in a palatial building or he's living in an hermitage. Maybe the temple is living is very palatial, or he's living in a very simple temple where there's cockroach and rats everywhere. Okay, continue.
Who is fixed in knowledge.
Who's
And-
fixed in knowledge. You see? Okay.
And who is engaged in devotional service.
And ultimately is engaging in devotional service. What did Krishna say? Is very...
Very dear to me.
So this is how to be dear to Krishna. You see? This quality that Krishna mentioned here, this is how to be dear to Krishna. You see? So somehow or the other, if we are becoming distasteful in the association of others, of materialistic people, we have to somehow or the other be attracted to the association of devotees, because they are the only people who are doing the thing you are doing. And they are the only one who can help you to get purified very fast on the path of getting to Krishna. It is mentioned in this, sorry, I already gone beyond 8. I will close very soon now. It is mentioned that Bharat Maharaj, he became attached to the deer because he was not living in the association of devotee. So it was very easy for him to become attached to deer. And because of that, that simple mistake, he became a deer in his next life. Even though he has given up all association. He has given up. Just imagine one who is ruling the whole universe. He has given up the whole universe to go to the forest, to meditate, to focus on Krishna. He became attracted to a simple deer, and that affected his perfection. So, because he was not able to associate with devotees, if he was in the association of devotee, one devotee would have told him, "Hey, Prabhuji, you are in Maya, or you are becoming attached to that deer. You are in Maya, Prabhu." You know, somebody would have told him like that. You know, so if you really want to really achieve very fast progress in spiritual advancement, it's very, very important for us to associate with like-minded people, which means those who are practicing what we are practicing, the devotees. That is the only way. There's no other way. There's no other way. Okay? Is that okay?
Yes,
Thank you
Prabhu, thank you so much.
Yes, Mother Nikki. Yes.
Prabhu, I have a question.
Okay, very good. I'm very happy. Now we are going to go beyond the time. It's good.
It's because it's in the verse, right? Text 18 to 19, that you have to be equipoised when it comes to heat and cold. I mean, it's so hard to do it because as women, when it's hot, you sweat a lot. And of course, since you're a woman, you don't want to smell right. And you don't want to look filthy. And so we always complain, and we always go to like the powder room and fix ourselves. And it just feels like being a woman is so hard because it takes so much maintenance, right? To look presentable. Well, men, they just wake up, do their thing, exist. That's it. I mean, like what do you think we should do as women when it comes to that guidance? To be
That's a very good
equipoised.
question. Very good question. Thank you. Actually, there is nothing you can do as a woman. You are already doing your best as a woman, because that is why if you study the scripture, you will see that the instruction in the scripture are not spoken towards women. They are spoken towards the men. Because having a woman body itself is a very big austerity. Because when you talk about women body means personification of sense gratification. You see, the women body is personification of sense gratification. So there is nothing you can do about that body. You have to maintain it as a woman. except you become Mirabai. Have you heard about Mirabai? Yes. Yes, Mirabai was a woman who became attached to Krishna, and he forgot everything about this world. So only very few selected people transcend the body as a woman. So if you can transcend the body and go beyond thinking you're a woman, then you are good to go. But it's not easy. Okay? I don't know what Pitamba Papo is saying. What are you saying? What are you saying, Pitamba?
Because Matanigi was saying it's so hard for a woman to be sweaty because to perform austerity. So
Yeah.
the letter M, Mataji, who likes Krishna so much, she performed a lot of austerity. So she smells too.
I don't understand. I don't understand what you are saying. It doesn't connect it.
I
It's
mean,
not connected with whatever we're discussing. So, but what I'm trying to
she has
say is that,
undergone austerity
Aniki,
also.
yeah, I understand. So, what I'm trying to say is that, just having a woman body is an austerity on itself. Okay. So, whatever extra austerity you are performing, show that you are very, very wonderful and very dear to Krishna. Are you getting my point? Because to have a woman body itself is a big austerity on its own. You get my point?
Oh, Prabhu, I think what Prabhu Pitambar is saying that when women sweat, we become smelly. I don't think that's not true, really. I think we smell better than our male counterparts, right? It's because we pay attention to hygiene a lot as women. So he thinks that when women sweats, we smell. So the character in your story, Prabhu, since she performed a lot of austerities,
But everyone smell when they sweat. Everyone.
I mean, if you shower a lot, you wouldn't, Prabhu.
Now, if you shower a lot, you will not. But what I'm saying is that if you are sweating, whatever is coming out from your body is the waste product of whatever is in your body. So it will smell to some. If it come in contact with your clothes, if it stay there, it will smell after some time, whether you shower a lot or not. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that whether you shower or not, you not shower, for a woman who is engaging in devotional service, Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, such people, they are very, very special. You see? So, like I'm saying, to have a woman body itself is a big austerity. You get my point? What I mean, to have a woman body is a big austerity? Because it's not easy to be focused on Krishna in that body. So if any woman is focusing on Krishna as a woman, that they are very special. That is why they are considered to be very, very special. Prabhupada said they are very special Vaishnavis. Because that is why you see it is mentioned in the scripture that if a woman attain perfection when he devotes herself to the husband. When a woman devotes herself to the husband, when the husband attain perfection, she gets same perfection as the husband. You get my point?
It's like a joint effort, Prabhu.
Yeah, it's like that. Because when a woman devotes herself to her husband, they become one. So when the man becomes perfect, the woman attain perfection also. In the Vedic scripture, women don't stay in the ashram. In the Vedic scripture, like if you go to India, you will never see a woman staying in the room, in the temple. All women, they stay in their parents' house. Because why? Women are supposed to marry. All women are supposed to get married. You understand? Because when they get married, their mind become more calm and peaceful. Okay? But I see that in the Philippines, there's some different species of women who behave like man also. So that is another topic, you know. You see, it's another topic. So that is a big topic actually. In my place, in my office, there's one lady there. She told me, I am bisexual. You understand what that means?
It means
She,
Prabhu, she
yeah,
likes both
genders.
genders.
Mm-hmm.
I like both gender, I understand. But presently, she's acting like a man to another woman. You understand what I mean? So this kind of people, I think they are more here in the Philippines. I don't know, maybe in America also, I don't know.
More in Thailand, Prabhu.
More in Thailand, you see?
A lot.
A lot, you see? So because of the consciousness in their past life, they have this mentality, you know? You see? I was trying to explain to her that one. I said, maybe in your past life, you know, you have been hurted so much by men that you want to act like men, but because you see it somehow or the other, you see attached to a woman body, you are come in a woman body. I was trying to explain to her Krishna consciousness in that way. You see? So that is why we have to be very conscious of we have to be very conscious of our mentality. Because our mentality actually is what will give us our next body. We have to be very careful as a devotee. You know, like now in America, they say, for somebody is trapped in a particular body, you're a man, but you're trapped in a woman body, or you're a woman, you're trapped in a man's body. It's because of their mentality at the time of death. Just like Shikandi. You heard of story of Shikandi? Shikandi is in this Mahabharata, is a woman in her past life who have desire to kill Bhishma Dev. But because he had desire to kill Bhishma Dev, in her next life, she has a female body who can change to male body. So in that way, Bhishma Dev always seen her as a female, but she thinks that he's a male. That is why when it's time to kill Bhishma Dev, they brought her in front of Bhishma Dev. And Bhishma Dev said, no, I cannot fight this one. She's a woman. And that is why Krishna told Arjuna, this is the time for you to shoot Bhishma Dev. That is why they were able to kill Bhishma Dev, because of Shikandi. You understand? So what I'm trying to say in essence of all this is that a woman body itself is a very difficult body, because the body, according to the scripture, a woman body is 9 times lustier than a man's body. That is the scripture. It's not me. That the woman body is 9 times lustier than a man body, but woman can hide it 9 times than men. Means women can pretend that it's not there more than men. More. You understand? So because of that, that is the nature of the body. It's actually described in Garuda Purana. I read all this in it. Actually, my problem started when I read Garuda. My problem as a brahmachari started when I read Garuda Purana. That's why I always advise the devotee, always read only Prabhupada's book. When I read Garuda Purana, my mind started going out of everything. My mind started thinking of so many things. Then I ran into trouble. You know? That is why when they say, you know, read only Prabhupada's book, and I understand what it means that you should read only Prabhupada's book. You know, I was very strong brahmachari until I read Garuda Purana. When I read Garuda Purana, because in Garuda Purana, when I read, it was telling you a woman face is like this, and then another face is like that, and this one is like this. So every time now, me that I was not looking before, I started trying to look to see, is it like this? Then I started running into trouble. You see? So all these things is mentioned in the Garuda Purana, that women like to eat more than men. Women like to eat more than men, but they hide. You see? they like to eat more than men, but they hide it. They hide it, you see? So because of that, they are, so because of the body they have, also at a particular time in a month, they have to go into a particular stage in their body. You see? So all these things make it very difficult for them to be so strong like man. But actually, if a woman decided to become so spiritual, it will be more stronger than a man, because they have all the energy that it takes. If a woman really wants to become spiritual, they will be more stronger than a man. Even though the men, they have the tendency to be strong spiritually. But if a woman decided to become a spiritual, they will be stronger than a man. Okay, so these are the advantage and disadvantage of having a woman body. But still, having a woman body does not stop anyone to become spiritually strong and to be able to attain the perfection of life. And that is why Prabhupada gave equal opportunity to man and woman when it came to the West, because he saw that in the West, the consciousness is completely different from the Indians. So he gave equal opportunity. Nikki Mataji, do you understand? I hope I'm not trying to be biased. I was trying my best to balance the whole situation. I tried, but is that okay?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you very much. I tried my best.
Really, Prabhu, like, clarification, we are lustier and hungrier, like, in, what is it, like?
Yeah, that is what is mentioned in Garuda Purana. Yeah, I don't know.
We are?
I don't have woman body, I don't know.
I feel like, when I see
Actually,
men.
that's true, Prabhu.
Really? Niharika?
Yeah.
Niharika!
No, it is true. I mean, for most of the girls that I knew, like when they told me, yeah, they tell about these things. So I know that I've also read Sri Garuda Purana before, and then I understood these are like, like correct, like very precise actually in many, many ways. It's so straight to the point, and I love it, but it will bewilder your mind.
Yeah, Garuda Purana actually is a very strong book. When I read that book, oh, that was the end of my brahmachari. Hare Krishna. Vancha kapataru keep passing Vacha. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So see you on Monday. And I'm very happy today. We had 2 questions. It was very nice. We extended our time, but we are happy. So thank you. I always like when there's questions and answer section. I always love it, because then it makes me to come out of my shell to explain just only the topic, but we go deeper into other discussions. It's very nice. Okay, that's why I like question and answer section. So, okay, thank you very much, Hare Krishna.